Today we're gonna make the chicken coconut milk soup. In Thailand, we call tom kha gai. Tom is boiling, and kha is the galangal. Actually, is this herb right here that we're gonna use on the on our cooking, and gai is actually chicken. And so if you're vegetarian, you can change it to either tofu or all kind of protein you want. But today we're gonna make the chicken one. So I'm gonna start introduce you to all the ingredients that we're gonna use in here. Of course we're gonna have the chicken, and I use chicken breast today. You can use chicken thigh or something else if you like. And then we're gonna have the lemongrass. This is the lemongrass stalk, and usually we're gonna use only on the top part. We don't use right here because it's so tough and not have so much flavor. Right here is have a lot more flavor, and you're gonna slide this and then take about like 4 or 5 pieces like this, and that's what you're gonna use. And so do of course the kha, which is galangal. We're gonna thin slice it just like that, and about 5 pieces of it. And then the lam leaf, the kefir lam leaf, this is what we use. And then all we do is just gonna tear it, like just tear it out, and then we're gonna put it on the soup later. And we also have the Thai chili. This is really spicy, so if you like spicy, have the chicken broth that I have right here. If you don't have chicken broth, you can use water as well, and of course the coconut milk right here. Fish sauce, of course, Thai cooking, always fish sauce, sugar, salt right here. And I like vegetable, so I'm gonna put cabbage. I'm gonna put carrot just to make it give it a nice color into it. Mushroom is the main what we put, the vegetable that we put the tom kha gai. And also I'm gonna have the green onion and the cilantro for the garnish. And then I also have the chili paste right here. It's an option. You don't have to put it in there. It's not give you so much spice. It's have like a sweet hinge to it. It's the roasted chili that a lot of Thai people like to use it. And I gonna pour 1 cup of this chicken broth in there. In Thailand, when we do the coconut milk, they use the shred coconut, and they soak into the hot water, and they just let it soak and then massage it for a couple minutes, and then they're gonna squeeze the juice out, and the first juice it's gonna coming out really creamy, and so they're gonna use that first, and then they're gonna put another water in there and then they're gonna massage it again, and then they're gonna squeeze the juice out again, and the juice is gonna be a little bit lighter, and then usually they're gonna use that to cook with the chicken at the beginning. Instead of the chicken broth, they're gonna use the coconut milk. And so I use the coconut can that we have nowadays, and sometimes on the coconut can the fat part and then the juice part is separate. If you're not shaking it and you open that, and you can use the juice of the coconut milk to cook your chicken first, and that will be an option too. And then you keep the creamy part to cook later, because if you put the coconut, the creamy one, into the cooking first, and they're gonna break out, and the fat and then the water gonna break out, and it's not gonna be as creamy. So that's why we do the chicken broth today. So I'm gonna wait until my water was boil, and then when it start boiling, I'm gonna put my chicken in there. I'm gonna dash a hint of salt, put this in there. And then I'm gonna dash a salt in there to keep it seasoning on the water. So when your chicken start getting a little bit white, I'm gonna let it cook for maybe 2-3 minutes to keep it tender. So that I cut it cross length to the chicken, so it doesn't keep it more tender than the cut is follow the grain. So now my chicken is start boiling, and then I'm gonna put all this lemongrass and galangal in there to keep the nice flavor to the broth. It start getting tender now. I'm gonna add my coconut milk in. So usually about 2 cups of coconut milk. After it's boiled, I'm gonna put the vegetable in, and you can just start seasoning it. So now I have the cabbage that I already cut it up, my carrot that I already cut it up. The mushroom though, I like to put my mushroom at the end of the meal, like when I'm cooking something. This is the one of the vegetable I put at the end, because when you cook the mushroom for so long, it's become more chewy and not like nice and crispy and sweet like it's supposed to be, because you cook it too long. And so I usually, by the time that I done everything, I'm gonna put the mushroom at the end, and then I'm gonna turn the heat off. I'm gonna put the carrot in there, and so do the cabbage to keep the sweetness into my soup. I like a lot of cabbage, good for you. And I usually put about 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. It sounds like a lot, but it's not really, because it's like a big pot of soup. So and I like things with a lot of flavor. So I don't like bland food, so I'm gonna put a hint of sugar in there. And this chili paste. I'm not gonna put so much, just gonna put just a little, just to give the nice smoky flavor to it. And I also have this fresh chili, and then you can just crunch it if you like it spicy. Crunch it out. Usually when you smack it a little bit, just keep it more punch. Tear this lime leaf. Usually you don't have to use so much of the lime leaf in there. Probably 2 or 3 leaf will be more than enough to keep a nice flavor. There's this gonna coming up, so I'm gonna keep it mushroom in there, and the lime leaf in there. I'm gonna squeeze the lime. I like sour, and I like a little bit more spicy. Now it's like this thing is start boiling, so I can turn it off. And I'm gonna put the lime in this bowl, because I like sour. I like my coconut milk really sour, so I'm gonna put 2. Okay. Then I'm gonna scoop this thing into my lovely bowl here. That just have like nice color. Have the carrot, orange of the carrot, a little bit of the mushroom and cabbage, and I'm gonna garnish just a little bit with the little onion and cilantro. Love cilantro. It's good for you. It cleans you.